doing, let's move to this side. Today we're going to be doing some really cool crayon techniques. And you're going to learn how to blend crayons. Go from one color into another, make the whole rainbow, use black, use white, hard pressure, soft pressure. So there's a bunch of different things you can do that will make your crayon, your coloring books are gonna look so cool after this lesson. Or your own drawings if that's what you're doing. But one thing that's fun about this is if you're like me, when I first started to use crayons, I didn't know that I could get such bright colors or that I could blend them together to make new colors. So even if you only have 5 different crayons, you can make a bunch of different colors by blending them together using these techniques. So grab your crayons and let's get started. Now you have your paper and you have your crayons, and we are going to do some techniques with crayons so you can learn how to blend them, how to mix them, and different ways to make them look bright or soft. So the first thing you want to do is grab a crayon, any crayon you want, and we're going to draw 4 squares on the top and then 2 rectangles on the bottom. So 1, 2, you can use a ruler if you want, 3, 4, and then we're going to draw 2 long rectangles. So draw that first, and what we're going to do up here is we're going to mix into white and mix into black, and then here we're going to mix all of the colors to make a rainbow, pressing hard and pressing light. So you kind of see the difference, and it's kind of fun to mix crayons. You can actually create colors by doing it, different colors that you don't even have in your set. Now the first thing would just grab a color. You could use any color to mix into white, any color you like. I really love this blue-green color, and so I'm going to use this, but you can choose any of the colors you want. So we're going to mix it into white here. So we're gonna press hard on the left. Let me make sure you can see. Press hard on the left side, and then as we move to the right, we are going to stop pressing as hard. So I'm just lifting off a little bit, lifting off a little bit, lifting off a little bit, and then it just gets as light as I can. I'm just barely pressing. Then you take your white, and I'm pressing pretty hard, and you come back over it, whoops, and you come into it. And you can't really tell until you get into this section right here how it's blending it. Do you see how it just looks a little bit smoother in this area than it did before? Okay, now let's try it with not pressing hard at all. So we start here, and we are moving to the right, so I'm just letting go. I'm just not pressing as hard on my crayon. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with white. I feel like I should use another color. You can't really barely even see it. No, that's normal, that's okay. Now let's use black. So pressing hard on the left side. Remember, use whatever color you want. Then as I move to the right side, I'm just lifting off, lifting off, lifting off. Not pressing as hard until I get to the end, and I'm hardly pressing. Now, let's take our black, and we're going to press really hard on this side. Make sure you can see it. And then as we move to the left, we're going to not press as hard. So I'm just lifting off, lifting off, lifting off, lifting off until I get to the other side. And by the time I get to the other end, I shouldn't be pressing hard at all. But that's not a very good blend. Let's try to just get it a little bit in there. I kind of pressed hard, but that's a little bit mixing it with black. Now let's press light. I feel like this will be a little bit easier to tell. So we're pressing hard on the left side. As you move to the right side, just lift off. Don't press as hard until you're barely, barely pressing it. And the same thing on the left here with black. We're gonna press hard, and then as we move to the left, we're going to slowly, slowly ease off the pressure until they mix in the middle and make this nice gray. So this side didn't work as well. It worked great with the white, but the black just kind of covers it up like our scratch art. We can kind of scratch through that, right? Make some texture, which is kind of cool. Now let's work on these bottom lines. So we're going to make a rainbow, and we're just gonna start with the colors as I have them here, just because it's easy, because they're already like that. So we're going red. Oh, I guess we have 2 violets, so we don't need that. We're gonna start with pink maybe, and then move all the way across into these other colors. Are you ready? This is a lot of colors to color. Maybe you've never done it before. The top one, we are gonna press hard. Actually, let's take it easy first. Let's press light. So we're just pressing over. Then we're going to grab our next color, overlap it just a little bit, pressing light, move it over, grab our next color, and you're just overlapping it and then moving it to the next part of your paper. You want to make sure you're overlapping it or you won't really see the reason to blend and to mix and how it works. Because really, essentially, we're trying to create new colors out of these colors. So you're pressing light and then a little bit harder and then light. So I'm pressing light and then a little bit harder and I'm going to press light because I want, and you can cover the whole space or you can just do what I'm doing here and make it a little bit smaller. Grab your next color and we're just moving across the rainbow, trying to make smooth blends. So we're pressing light and then a little bit darker and then light. I don't know if we're gonna make it all the way over. All right, so this is pressing light, kind of. And then this is going to be pressing hard. This one's, this is my favorite one, but it's a workout, so if you need to take a break, feel free to. So you're pressing hard and then easing off, just like we did up here, but really pressing hard. And then we're gonna press hard next to it and then ease off into it, this color, and then ease over into this color. So you're pressing hard and a little bit lighter next to it. And that lighter part is so it will blend with the next color a little bit smoother. We'll take our purple into our blue. Our blue into our green. These ones blend, these colors right here blend so smoothly. But pressing hard basically just makes it brighter. But I remember when I first started to draw, I struggled with crayons because I just couldn't get like the colors as bright as I wanted them to be. And really, you can get them brighter just by pressing a little bit harder. You can see there is a difference between how they blend. They blend a little bit smoother. In here, I feel like we probably should have used this color to make that transition a little bit smoother. And then also, it just seems like there should be a step in between this purple and this red. So it should kind of go smoothly into the other colors. What if you want to blend colors that aren't right next to each other on the color wheel? Like, what if you want to blend purple into green? I just want to show you at the bottom. So you have your purple object, whatever it is, and then you kind of start coloring like, let's go purple into orange, because that just sounds like a great combination. You press hard on the side, and then when they start coming into each other, you can actually take the lighter color all the way over the top or just bring it close to the edge. And then you get this nice blend. So this is a really great way to use crayons. And I remember when I first started and I was little, I didn't even know you could do this. So the humble crayon has a lot of possibilities. I hope that that was a fun project for you and you got some ideas of how to use your crayons, maybe in some new ways that you haven't tried before. Now, what I want you to do, now that you know how to create all of these awesome colors and blends, what I want you to do is to draw a piece of fruit using this technique, a banana, an apple. If you don't have fruit at your house, I hope you do, but if you don't, then you could just find a picture of a piece of fruit, or you could draw something else. These are just always suggestions. I'm not gonna, your homework is not graded, but I really wanna see it, and it's really how you will make these things that we're learning really stick by practicing them on your own, drawing things that you really like. And good luck, have fun with it.